Haha.
Ah.
And here we have another dinosaur egg. Whoever invented cutting boards, hugs and kisses, I'll send you a Christmas card. This is like a freaking science experiment. We need to do more dirty work because I want to talk now. A little container with some green glop that I'm gonna put on my face. I just put some rose petals and lavender.
Crying because we were watching a video of us dancing on Sharun's phone before we left the house, and it was actually hilarious.
Insert here.
What? I'm just scared like they said.
No.
Unless you gon' do it.
Yeah, we know.
Talked about our dreams this morning, journaled, and then we're going to go on a walk right now. Oh my gosh, the sun feels so good.
It really does.
Thank you, mother. I've got my handy dandy gold thread. We are vibing. We just finished getting some sun, sitting at the park, and now we're going to Badtopia, period. I guess that's what we're headed in. I don't know. Hi guys, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you all for a second. I hope you are enjoying this vlog. There's been a lot of change in our lives in the past 4 months. I've just been going through a huge transition, but something that has been hugely coming up for me at this time has been trying to grapple between what is living for the ego and what is living for the soul. And for me, I think that I can easily get caught up in worrying about the material world with a lot of the ways that we are programmed in society, in our families, in our schools, and we are taught to care about bills, finances, physical stability. Of course, I think to a certain extent it can, for me, get to a level where it can become a cover-up for the things that my soul is lacking, or the nurturing and the compassion that my soul is in dire need of. It can be easy to create an illusion of stability in this world, and then our ego clings onto that and seeks to have more and more of these things that are going to satisfy us and make us feel at peace for the moment. But at the end of the day, is our soul satisfied? Is our soul fulfilled? And do we feel whole, complete, balanced, and stable within ourselves because of who we truly are, as well as just caring a lot about appearance, caring a lot about living a certain way for other people, whether that be physically, materially, financially, and not really honing in my energy to take a look at the spiritual aspects and inner aspects of myself that truly matter to me. Because at the end of the day, when I've noticed the greatest change and even miracles that happen throughout my life, it is because I'm doing soul work. I have a very, I would say, strong inner masculine, and at times my inner feminine can easily feel neglected. Like as a young woman, especially in this very overly masculine world, it can be easy to be that way and to continue living that way and to not take notice of how your inner child and your spirit is calling for you to do work, but not that type of masculine physical work. I think it is very important to give time and energy to what your spirit is showing you, what needs healing, what your spirit needs more of, what your spirit wants less of, so that you can grow on a real deep internal level and that you can change from the seat of your soul, and that will naturally evoke change in your environment rather than the ego wanting that instant gratification of being able to force change around you, but your soul is still barren of those spiritual and fulfilling lessons, which the ego is not a bad thing. I don't want to paint it as just this bad guy. There is definitely a time and a place for our ego to help us have bravery and to have courage and to have confidence in our ideas and in our spirit's desires. I am burning some Palo Santo for you. We are just going to cleanse this space really quick. I did not do this when I first sat down, so I'm just going to just absorb some of that good energy, relax, let go of any doubts, let go of any fear, let go of any anxiety, any worries. You are safe to be present. You are safe to be in your body. Ashe. For me, what I've noticed is when my spirit is really showing me something, making me aware of something. I think I've said this in another video, but it definitely comes from a place of knowing. And so when my ego is talking, it can sometimes come from a place of imbalance. So I think it's really important to know, is this my ego trying to protect me or trying to deflect or trying to project onto other people? To really learn how to discern that and be honest with yourself and be accountable with that is going to be very powerful in moments where I feel like my ego is sort of acting up and not allowing my soul to shine through. I like to visualize my ego and my soul, two versions of myself. They look the same, but their energies are different, sitting in chairs across from each other. And I just visualize the ego taking a seat in the chair and the soul standing up. That is just so I can know that I'm safe to live from my soul and from my honest, authentic truth, rather than trying to be on the defense constantly and have my ego try and protect me from being hurt by other people, essentially, but in some cases from being accountable for myself. That's the unfortunate part, is sometimes you don't know how much you are living for your ego until it's brought to your attention and it's undeniable and it's something that you have to recognize, and you can just take note of that imbalance in your life. And some people don't always have to get to that place. Some people live out of a place from living from their soul and trusting their intuition, and I think it's different for everyone. It really just depends on your journey. I've known people that are very connected with their souls and their intuition. Someone like me, I can be battling my ego, so I have to learn how to actively do work and do things in my day-to-day to where I can be connected with my intuition and really focus and give energy to strengthening that muscle. If you're someone now who's just starting out on your spiritual journey and you feel like it's a little tough to live from an authentic place of your soul and your ego has been sort of running the show for a long time, all hope is not lost. It comes with time and evolving your daily routines to integrate things into them that really speak to your soul. And a part of speaking to your soul is doing things for your inner child as well, which at this point I will probably mention every single video, the importance of taking care of your inner child. For me, that has been such an essential process of accessing parts of my truest self. When we come to this planet as babies, we are beautiful, wonderful beings, and we are still those beings today. Doing things to where you can remember who you truly are and that you were deserving of that love from the start. Also, that you may not be always fitting in with the crowd. You may be doing your own thing, and that's not to judge others. That's not to judge yourself. Everyone has their own path. Even if you are living differently from other people or from most people, that does not make you a bad person, and it does not make them bad either. And know that you are not defined by whether other people agree with the way that you live or not. The ego will try to tell us, don't stray from the path, fit in. Well, I want that recognition. I want that validation. I want that attention. But is that going to fulfill your soul? Just as are those material things going to fill your soul for the long term? And that's just something you learn, whether they will or whether they won't, by getting to know yourself. Really spend time alone. And a number of things that I have personally enjoyed doing are journaling. I do a lot of different types of journaling, as in this video I talked about specifically when healing your triggers, doing specific type of prompts and worksheets. I've enjoyed doing puzzles in the past. As a kid, I really enjoyed puzzles, so that helps me to connect sort of to my inner child. Of course, singing and dancing is always going to raise your spirits and raise your vibration. Also, the levels of vulnerability that takes to really show yourself allows for you to relinquish the facade that the ego tries to uphold. Connect with nature. Mother Nature reminds you to slow down. Nature does not rush, and yet everything is accomplished. At first, your ego will try to tell you your whole world is crashing and burning and you don't have the right, or who do you think you are? Sometimes it may feel like you're taking steps back, but over time, it does get easier to choose yourself regardless of what the world or what even your own self tells you that you should be focusing on or that you should be pouring into. Have fun. Allow your inner child to come out and play and to enjoy yourself. Paint. Go on a lunch date with your friends. Crochet a hat. Roller skate. Love roller skating nowadays. Learn something new. You've been wanting to learn guitar. Start learning about it. Start educating yourself. Even if you don't have the material things right now, open your heart to the possibilities. Enjoy yourself. Laugh. Life can feel so serious sometimes, even when your ego is telling you that, you're failing and things are falling apart. Do what you can to stick up for yourself in that moment, even in your own mind, to be like, you know what? I'm trying my best and it's high time that I enjoy myself. I think that's a part of life that many of us, probably most of us, can forget to do. Really challenge you to prioritize that, because you absolutely deserve it. You are a beautiful and magnificent being. You should be proud of yourself every single day. It is safe for you to be taking care of your spirit and to prioritize your spirit. I love you guys. I will let you guys get back to the vlog. I hope you enjoy it. Mwah. I am currently sitting watching a podcast, but I'm also working on another waist bead. It's lots of pink, orange, yellow, red, really focusing on my sacral, solar plexus, and root chakras. It also has a sacral chakra pendant on it as well. I'll show you guys my supplies that I have here. Also, if you want to sit with me and make something, I also have some string. We used to love making string bracelets as kids. If you know, the little 4 technique. How you guys feeling? How you doing today? How's life? You're gonna get through it. This is the podcast that I'm currently watching. It is Enjoy the Podcast. So if you've never heard of them, go check them out. If you find yourself on the internet a lot, as many of us do your best to find content and content creators that really helps to calm you and bring you inner peace, or that encourages you to learn about subjects that you're passionate about and that you wouldn't learn about otherwise. The internet is an amazing thing to have access to, and I think it's so important to know how to use it more mindfully. Just finding content that you like can help you to learn more about yourself and about the world around you. that is what I have as of now. I think it turned out great. Please subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. Stay true, loves.